Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I would say that these fireballs are getting more frequent across the United States and the world. Here we have a map of reportedly seeing a fireball or hearing loud booms yesterday morning from West Virginia, where hundreds of people called 911 to Pittsburgh and Maryland, Baltimore, etc. Hundreds of people in West Virginia, northern Shenandoah Valley, reported a loud explosion or a sonic boom Friday morning. That was at about 10:20 a.m. USGS confirmed there was no earthquake, and there was cloud cover, so no one in that area reportedly seen the void or the fireball, but it was reportedly seen by other people. Here on Twitter, there is a Ring video, and you can hear the loud boom. Another post on Twitter from another Ring camera. You can actually see how it lights up the sky right here. And here we have another one. Now, this is from WHSV. They put out a news report and asked people to report it to AMS. They also have a map of the locations of people confirming that they heard the loud boom. And the flash of the meteorite, the void, exploding was caught by GEO's satellite. I would say that's a fairly large signature. Here's a larger image with locations of the people that reportedly heard this event. Another Twitter post. Now, when the boom happens, the dog who's kind of staring off over here to the wood line turns his head to the direction that the boom came from. Evidently, an airline pilot saw this fireball. It says, yeah, it was a meteor. I'm a pilot, and we saw from 36,000 feet along the West Virginia border, high in the sky, and left a white smoke trail. Another report said it sounded like a gunshot or landed in their woods. The other video, however, you can tell was a long distance away. Makes me wonder if there are more coming. Is there a conspiracy here to keep us silent? LOL. I would not be surprised. They would not give you warning if a large asteroid was coming. What could you do anyways? All it would do is create panic. And, everything that has happened in the past will probably happen again. So they are saying this was more than likely an airburst. Thank God for that. But if it had been any larger, think about what happened in Russia with that airburst and all those people that were injured, blown out windows, glass flying everywhere. Yeah, it could have been much worse. I have to wonder how large was this. I mean, there's this heat signature, I guess. It says air blast sound in the area. Another Twitter post, we don't need meteor hazard. You don't see this every day. Folks in northwest Virginia, eastern West Virginia, heard a loud boom this morning. Now, that was yesterday. GEO 16 flash density produced at 10:25 a.m. shows a flash in the area, but no storms were around. The possible explanation? An exploding meteor. NASA will likely investigate. Yeah, how big was this? And is there more coming? Another Twitter post says they were traveling south on I-79 between Waynesburg and Morgantown and saw the flash and a contrail. Another report from AMS says they looked up to pull down the sun visor to shade my face from the sun. When I glanced up, I saw it pass through the sky. There was also a very bright silver light, like a reflection from the sun, but couldn't tell if it was a reflection or part of the validation process. That was from Sutton, West Virginia. Color was green, yellow, and white. Joseph from Front Royal, Virginia. 3 of us, town of Front Royal, linemen, were watching our co-workers work on the line when we saw the blue streak come from overhead, and it was headed towards Fort Valley area. Color light blue. And they heard a distant boom far off. And let me close that and I'll show you. That's that right there. And this is, let me bring this out. You can see the direction. Well, maybe you can't. So the direction it moved was from north to south. Another report from Virginia. Now this one here says it sounded like a huge tree fell and hit the ground. Northwest direction from the house. Sadly, it was overcast at the time of the day, 10:20, but sound was very similar to an earthquake from the 2011, only shorter. Alright, here's that report from that airline pilot. I am an airline pilot, was flying at 36,000 feet along the Virginia-West Virginia border when my co-pilot and I saw the streak. It was traveling along approximately 225 heading and left a long smoke trail that bulged, thinned, and bulged again before stopping. The smoke trail lingered for 15 minutes or so and appeared to be dispersed by upper level winds. Comparing how fast we were passing the ground below and the smoke trail above us, it appeared the meteor made it fairly far down into the atmosphere. Say we're under 100,000 feet. A few minutes later, we felt a thump and some turbulence, but have no way of knowing if this was from the shock wave of the meteor. All I can say is, wow, I am so glad he sent that in. Said the color was light blue. Bonnie from Pennsylvania said at first she thought it was a plane coming down. It was very far off in the sky. Now she said it was orange and red. It had a glowing train, a space, then another glowing train, just like that other pilot reported. Very quickly, both changed to a white train that started to lose its direct line very quickly, and I could still see the white smoke minutes later. Hundreds of calls from West Virginia. Did any of you see this fireball? Yeah, I think we got something coming. Hopefully not large, but I would not be surprised because they are increasing. Yeah, and that was quite a signature on the GEO satellite. What are your thoughts? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Always be safe. Always be prepared for any type of disaster. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.